Welcome to the EmpowerHer Entrepreneur podcast with Janis Boudreau, the ultimate destination for fearless women business owners ready to conquer their next level of success. Get ready to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit as we dive deep into all things related to building your empire, setting ambitious goals, and scaling your business to new heights. This podcast is your go-to resource for empowerment and encouragement. Tune in every week as we inspire, motivate, and empower you to embrace your full potential as a woman entrepreneur. Okay, welcome back to the EmpowerHer Entrepreneur podcast. I'm Janis, and I'm so glad you're here today. If you've ever sat in a hospital break room or at the end of another long shift, wondering whether there's another way to use your nursing license, a way that gives you freedom, ownership, and a real connection with the people you care for, then this episode is for you. Today, I'm sitting down with someone very special to me. She is somebody who AFCN Learning Institute has helped to be a mentee. I've had the joy of working with closely this past year, and now a foot care nurse who has built her own practice from the ground up in 12 months from the beginning. Her name is Jamilla, and what I love about her story is this. She didn't wait until everything was perfect. She used the training, she used the resources, she asked the hard questions, and she showed up every single week. That is exactly the kind of nurse we built AFCN Learning Institute for. So today we're going to hear how she did it, what she'd tell the nurses sitting where she sat a year ago, and how training and mentorship fit into her journey. Welcome to the show. I hope I said your name correct too. We've talked and chatted, and
Jamila. Yes, you got
yeah, I did. I
it.
did. I nailed it. Okay, good.
Thank you.
So, Jamilla, welcome. For listeners meeting you for the first time, tell us who you are and what your foot care practice looks like today.
Okay, thank you for having me here. And so I started a year ago, as we all know. My background comes from being a primary care paramedic and an immigrant to Canada. Um, Married with two kids, and then I knew nothing about foot care, and I think I still remember. I forget how we got in contact, but when I contacted you, I was still busy in the course, and my business was already registered.
I remember that. I was like, wow, she's in it to win it.
And my husband also said, "So you have no experience, but you going." I'm like, "I got this."
You did. I remember everything from pictures you were sending me. I remember where you're going through your reprocessing room, what that was going to look like. I remember you building all of this. I do. It's actually really, really exciting to see. You're the best go-getter I have ever seen. So you're like just a top student pushing through.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
did. So, but so now, yeah, what does it look like?
Yeah, so basically, also what got me into foot care is the fact that, I was on the ambulance doing these head to toe
Yeah.
assessments, getting to the feet, and it's like, whoa, I don't have time to be doing your feet right now, but how? So that question mark was always there. I became a nurse, and then also the same thing, like in the hospital, it's like you don't have time to help with even moisturizing feet because you're just always so
Mhm.
busy, understaffed. So when I heard about the foot care program and then having your own practice, I was like, this is it. Because also I never really felt like I belonged like on the
Mhm.
ambulance or in the hospital. It was always like, no, I needed more. No.
It wasn't your passion, is what
Yes.
it was. You
Yeah.
just know when you like feet. So take us back though to a year ago. What was happening in your life that finally made you say, I'm going to do this?
Um, I guess I don't
Be
know.
honest, like
Maybe it's a
really.
little, I do have ADHD, so maybe it's like impulsiveness, like this is it, you're doing it now.
I think all of our business owners, everyone I mentor, I think we all have it. On some high level, we are all type A, sit down, and even in all my mentorships, I'm like, well, let's go through phase one before, and some people are on phase five. I'm like, we're all over the place. I think it's a pretty common characteristic, but was another part a lot of people say because we just finally didn't want to write the shift work, the weekend work, the holiday work, work-life balance was a
Yes.
massive thing for me.
Yeah.
Um, to push you over to say, like, you know, because you left a job that you were guaranteed money. That's right. Like, this is a whole different ball game. You know that now.
And to be honest, so with me, I think it also stems back from like during COVID days where I actually found out something had happened at work, and I found out from that moment I was just a number with the big healthcare organization. And I even
Yep.
sent an email to my manager saying that, okay, I understand your response and I understand I'm just a number, but I know where I stand. So I've been always looking for a way out from that moment. And then so I guess when foot care came along, I was like, this is it. And then I think that's why I went all in. I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel.
You did. I never seen anything like it. But what scared you the most? Really think deep. What scared you the most about starting your own practice? Because you're happy, you're high energy like me, we're positive people. But there had to have been something that, the pit of your stomach, that it scared you a little bit.
Um, I
And how
guess
did you push through it to do it?
good questions, good questions. Um, I would say obviously, the big investment, and then you're thinking,
Yes.
is this really worth it? Like, what am I doing?
Because it is. Remember you building your reprocessing room and then needing all that equipment and yeah, and you're like, is this, am I going to get people? I actually now I'm remembering all our
Yes.
conversations. You're even coming back to me. But
Yeah,
you did
starting from
though.
zero, not knowing where the customers are going to come from, because like I said, it's like I'm an immigrant, it's me, my husband, my two kids, that's it. And
Mhm.
then the only friends that I know is the people that I work with. But then
Yes.
as you all know, friends and family are not really your main customers or main supporters in
No,
life. So
no.
it literally took a leap of faith, but I went all in. I guess that's like the difference of like
Yes.
uh, sort of doing it partially or half.
Dabble. People dabble in a little
Dabble.
bit.
Yes.
Yeah, they dabble in it. And I'm like, no, you're either in or you're out. And you just kept, you know what? I just always appreciated like then the website came and then you were into what kind of media and marketing you were going to do. You knew that you had to have all of those areas covered. You can't
Yes.
just, right? Facebook page. You did all the things. But when did it start to feel like real, like it was actually like working? Like that feeling where like this is awesome, it's working. Like I did good. When you just know.
Yeah. Like I feel like from when you do that first transformation, like an actual where it's like, oh my gosh, like the client's like, oh yeah, what are you kind of gonna do about this? But
Mhm.
then after that hour of like doing the treatment and there's an actual transformation and the client's like, so when can I rebook? And you're like, whoa, I did that? Like what?
No, and one leads to two, that leads to 10, that leads
Yes.
to, and you have just picked up your business so much within 1 year. You're extremely dedicated for sure. So walk us through what your practice looks like now, meaning what areas are you working in, who are your clients, where do you see them, and like how is your week structured? For new foot care nurses, it's interesting, right? How you're first starting out, because you can be home visits, you can be in a clinic one day. What is it looking like for you now? 1 year in, where are you at?
So what I did start for and what I'm totally focusing on is the mobile aspect because I find it's easier to get that clientele because we're dealing with seniors. So definitely defining your target market. And then once you have that, then filling that gap. Clinics are nice to have, obviously less traveling for you, but can your
Mhm.
clients get to you? So I guess like that's a goal down the road once I have enough clients, and obviously maybe the target market would go from 65 to maybe 50-year-old because then they're more mobile sort of thing.
Mhm.
And so I guess that's where I sort of close the gap in that, and I'm growing. And I've also, um, as I go along with different people, marketing students, or even reps
Mhm.
from different companies, the one
Yes.
rep from NanoSelf, I want to say, Nanotest, when I
Yes.
did a vendor, well, when I did a fair with her, she told me that her boss said, never say no to an opportunity. And from that day, no matter how scared I was, uh, because
You do it.
literally, I just like did my foot care course yesterday.
I've been watching you, especially when you did the presentation to that at that seniors facility. I was just like, she's bringing it for such a new person 1 year in. Like, man, I might even have passed out. Like to get in front and be confident, you're doing all the things. Like I could never be more prouder than a person like you've done it, you really have. And I love your mobile aspect because you're realizing that's how I started out too. I call it a bag in my trunk, and that's where I built my clientele. And then one day I bet I taught you in a year the way you propel forward. But 1 year in for me, it ended up that I said, okay, I'm all full, but now I am going to get a clinic. So I hired a contractor. That was my first contractor and an admin I had brought in because I needed to get the phone calls. I can only imagine you're going to grow to that level that you're going to say, you know what, I'm done driving. I'm going to give part of that to someone else. I'll open a clinic a couple days a week. This progression is going to be huge to see because I know you won't, you'll fill, and then you're like, now I need a person. I need more, another one on. I look forward to that whole mentorship talk there. So every new foot care business though has a hard season. What has been kind of the hard thing? Was it any gathering of information, purchasing, supplies, getting through to like doctors, facilities? What has been your hardest thing that, it's okay to say it's like, ooh, that's one of the harder things to get into, break into, speak on, buy, anything like that.
So it would be everything you mentioned, and also like starting a new business and something you have zero knowledge in.
Yeah.
But I must say, it's like the universe put us together,
Mm,
like I found you. And from the time I met you, you have helped me with this roadmap, which
yeah.
sort of like isn't what's it made like what I want to say made it easy for me and gave me a bit more confident knowing that I have that roadmap to follow and I'm not by
Mm.
myself. And then joining your community, asking questions. Kathy, for example, when it came to autoclave,
Amazing lady.
um, and
Yeah.
also the fact that I'm the type of person, if I don't know something, I tell my clients, I don't know, but I'll find out the information and then come back to the community or another foot care nurse who has
Yeah.
experience. So it's always knowing that you don't always have the right answers. And then
Me
also,
too. But you know what? Then you post it, right? You can post it in a group. You can ask the information. And that's how we become the biggest foot nerds because we end up anything we don't know, we're that type of personality that by the next day we know it and we know it all. And
yes,
we've gone even beyond, right? We've studied 18 more things just to be even more knowledgeable. So good
right?
for you. But and those are all the struggles in all the different areas. So it's finding the people, right? So
Yeah.
you took a lot of our training, and I know, well, you've been mentoring with me all year. We follow each other, we talk. You've used a lot of our resources to help build this. From our perspective, what was it about? How did you know to even trust me or AFCN, like our institute, or what made you trust us to help you? How did you even find it? Like, I can't even remember. I feel like I've talked to you so much over the last year, but back and forth. But yeah, what made you trust that we were going to be helpful? And was there anything about what we did that was helpful? Was it my smile and
Um,
my laughter? She's like, she'll help me.
I guess like, over the years, like, when I say watching Instagram Reels is one guy that I follow. He's always asking successful people how they got there. So why reinvent the wheel? So the first thing in my mind is to search foot care on Facebook groups. And then that's when I came across you and your community. And I'm like, when you told me that you were a CEO of a franchise, I was like, okay, I need to learn everything what this lady
Yeah.
has to offer.
And you know what? I think you just used one of my coined terms. I'm always saying that. I'm like, let's not reinvent the wheel. Like it's already, we know what to do here. Because I see people do so much work, right? So that's why I love sharing resources with you or here, use this, look at this. Here's an example. Because why reinvent the wheel? You can just do what somebody else has done. So that I do remember all that kind of happening and taking place. What kind of well, resources from us, but it could be from elsewhere too. Is there any like certain things that have really helped? Do you like taking the what like webinars and forms and courses? We see your name everywhere, so we know you're like hugely taking everything. Is there anything that you found to be really helpful? Um,
Um,
just following and doing because you do everything almost. So it's really hard to pick what you like. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure she's registered for that. She's took that. She's using that.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like
no, just for a nurse listening right now who's wondering, what training or resources would be good for them. What would you say?
definitely your podcast because I remember when you mentioned your podcast to
Mhm.
me, I watched well, not watched, listened.
And it's
I listened,
free.
yes, every single one because that gave me little, golden nuggets here and there and some motivation. Um, and then afterwards, I signed up for the community. I got the policies and procedures from you, and the webinar that you recently had with the iodine pure. Um,
There's
so I
so
guess
many. Yeah, lots of free stuff, right? So
exactly.
it's good. Is there anything now, like we've worked closely the last year, what's something you've learned through mentorship that you could not have learned alone? Because I think it's really important for new foot care nurses who feel very alone. Like
Mhm.
to so yeah, what's something you've learned through mentorship that you could not have learned on your own? Had you not contacted me, had you not found AFCN?
Oh my gosh, I would not be here today.
That's so sweet of you to say.
No, seriously, because like
Yeah, it takes a
you
village, doesn't it?
it does. Like because like as well, I don't have like I have the 5 years experience as a paramedic, but that's different to
Mhm.
nursing, that's different to foot care. And with the mentorship with you, it's like, oh my gosh, you gave me the whole roadmap.
I loved it. I loved every little message I got from you. Like, what are you doing now? And we would just go back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
I do it a lot more structured now with now I give a whole package. So thank you to you because you made me an even better mentor. Now, after I do like a session, I do a whole package for them of
Oh
like phase
wow.
one, phase two, phase three. These are all the things you need to do. But so if you could go back and tell yourself something on day one, when you did on day one, what would it be?
Um, this journey you're about to take is like a roller coaster.
Yes, it is. Because you know what? I've seen you struggle a little bit, especially when um, you realize that you have to also develop all these relationships at facilities and retirement homes. And it's not just handed to you. You felt that work. You knew you had to get packages together. You had to get paperwork together, get your website going. You weren't, it just wasn't this miracle that people found you. It's because you
Yeah.
have an outstanding website, paperwork, resources. And you are like the community outreach that I'm seeing you do is outstanding.
Oh,
So
thank
they're
you.
going to know you, they're going to find you, and they will use you. And you're just going to build it, keep building on it. Um, so what does the next year look like for you in your practice? What's in your mind these days? Because I haven't heard the last thing was I think you sent me a photo of the event you were at.
Oh, which one?
I know you're just a busy bee. But what is it? What are your plans? I know you got stuff in your head. What's going on for the rest of the year that you want to implement, work on, add? Like what's you've got your goals, your outcomes. Let's
Yeah.
hear them.
So believe it or not, I've already done 3 interviews to hire a foot care nurse. So
The clap, yay! I'm so happy and proud. That's wonderful. So expansion is on the horizon. Okay.
yes, and then I'm probably going to sign up for more health fairs at different
Yes.
facilities.
Mhm.
Still hoping for that facility contract, but if not, we're still winning and we're still pushing through. And then like I want to say maybe in the next 6 to 12 months, a clinic, maybe once a week or twice a week. So just getting everything finalized and maybe even beginning to mentor other new nurses.
I'm excited. We are actually really excited for you eventually to come on as a clinical partner. There's nobody better that you could in the future help to teach students and get them going and make them feel positive. So I know that's definitely something into your future that we're going to have you do.
Thank
We
you.
do have somebody in Red Deer, Alberta, teaching now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not too far. Well, it is far from you, but it's not, it's in your province anyway. So
Yeah.
this is all really good things. So it's goes to show though, if you put 100% effort in, for anybody listening, this is essentially, like she's at her 13th month right now, and she's hiring a contractor. She's full in her mobile business. She has an amazing reprocessing room, and she did her due diligence all the way. She hooked up with great suppliers like Kathy at CPC. She's got a great mentor in me.
Yeah.
She's in a network group, so she's asking questions. It's all those things. So we continue to always support you.
Thank
Um,
you.
so if people want to find you, can you just, give us your business name and where you're located? And you know what? There might be some nurses out there who do want to talk and chat with you and same thing, we have to pass on that wealth to others.
Yeah.
So the name of your company is
Soulful Harmony. So that's soul at the bottom of your feet, basically.
Yes.
SOLE.
And I'm sure one day soon she's going to have a mentorship button right on her website. So that
Yeah.
way, local area nurses, but otherwise, you can find her on Facebook. You can find her. She is in the,
Calgary, Alberta area.
yeah, and you're in the Alberta area, and she's on the VIP Footmasters network group. So you could always, if anybody out there has some questions for her, you can do a post. I'm sure she'd love to jump in the comments or the DMs with you and also be able to help. But she has built quite a thriving practice out there in Alberta in record timing. So congratulations to you, absolutely.
Thank
Um,
you.
and what was I going to say? We want to absolutely thank you for joining us. It has been um, for your honesty, for your generosity, and of course for trusting me with your story today. And if you're listening and Jamilia's words land somewhere in you, that quiet voice that says, maybe I could do this too, please do not ignore it. That's the voice, and it's the beginning of everything. So
Yeah.
you can find Jamilia and her practice, and we'll put her details also in the show notes. So that way, if you wanted to go take a peek, look at a really great example, you can pop in and look. And if you're a nurse who's ready to take the same kind of step that she did, our mentorship courses and webinars is always open for enrollment. You can join us. And thank you for spending this time with us today on Empower Her Entrepreneur. And until next time, keep caring, keep growing, and keep showing up for the clients that need you the most. And again, thank you, Jamelia. Do you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.